to the dean's now with Herb. I've got to play tennis with the headmaster at 5. So I'll see you in the dining room at 6:30?
I wish you'd come back here after.
Laura, I can't.
Bill, I wish you would.
Now, Laura, what's the matter? You know I've got to get to the dean's to discuss this matter.
Yes, of course. But first, I'd like to discuss the boys who made him do this. The men and boys who made him do this.
No one made him do anything.
Should there be no punishment, no blame for the boys who taunted him into doing this? What if he would succeed in killing himself? What then?
Laura, you are being entirely too emotional about this.
What if he would succeed in killing himself? In Ellie's room, would you have felt no guilt?
I.
Yes, you.
Laura, I wish you'd look at the facts and not be so emotional about this.
The facts? What facts? An innocent boy goes swimming with an instructor. An instructor whom he likes because he is one of the few who encourage him, who don't ride him. And because he's an off-horse, you and the rest of them are too glad to put two and two together and get a false answer? If it had happened to Al or anybody else, would you have done nothing?
It would have been an entirely different matter. You can't escape who you are, your character. Why do you think they spend so much time in law courts on character witnesses? To prove this was the man who can or cannot commit such a crime.
I resent this judgment by prejudice. He's not like me. Therefore, he is possible of all crimes. He's not one of us, a member of the tribe.
Now look, Laura, I know this may come as a shock to you because of how fond of the boy you were and all, but you must remember, you did all that you could, more than anyone would expect. And you must also remember that your responsibility does not
I know. Doesn't go beyond giving him tea and sympathy on Sunday afternoons. I'm going to tell you something. It's going to shock you, but I'm going to tell you.
Laura, it's late.
I know what Tom had in mind to do.
Well, how did you know?
I heard him over the phone with Ellie last night.
And you didn't stop him. Well, then you're the responsible one.
Yes, I'm responsible, but not as you think. I did try, but not by locking him in his room or calling the school police. I tried by being affectionate, by showing him he was liked, yes, even loved. And I knew what he was going to do and why he was going to do it. He was going to prove to you boys that he was a man. And he was going to prove it with Ellie Martin. Well, last night I wish he proved it with me.
What in Christ's name are you saying?
Yes, I shock you. I shock myself, but you are right, I am responsible here. And my heart in its own misery, and yes, a misery imposed by my husband. And my heart in its own misery cried out for this boy. And I wanted to help him as one human being to another, and I failed.
You mean you managed to overcome your overwhelming sense of pity?
No, it's not just pity. My heart in its own loneliness cried out for this boy, and cried out for the comfort he could give me too.
Laura, we'll discuss this later on. Just later on if we...
Bill, there'll be no later on. I'm leaving you.
Over this thing?
Yes, this thing and all the other things in our marriage.
What in Christ's name are you talking about,
I'm
Laura?
talking about manliness, tenderness. I'm talking about prosecution. And I'm talking about law, and you haven't understood any of it.
Laura, you can't leave over a thing like this. You know what this means.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Once I'm gone, it'll probably be agreed by all that I was an off-horse too. Didn't really belong to the clan. So it's good riddance.
And you're doing all of this. All because of this fairy!
This boy, Bill! This boy! He is more of a man than you are.
Sure. Ask Ellie.
Because for him it was distasteful? Because for him there has to be love? He's more of a man than you are.
Yes, sure.
Manliness is not all swagger and swearing. Manliness is also tenderness and consideration. You men think you can decide on what a man is when only a woman can really know.
Well, Ellie's a woman. Ask Ellie.
I don't need to ask anyone.
What do you know about loving a man? Married first to that boy. Again, that poor, pitiable boy. You never really loved me because I was not a boy that you could mother, but I was a man!
You're quite wrong about me not loving you. I did love you, but not for your outshow of manliness, but because you needed me. For one unguarded moment, you showed me that you needed me, and I've tried to find that moment this last year we've been married. Why did you marry me, Bill? For God's sake, why?
Because I loved you. Why else?
You resented me! From the moment we've been married, you resented me! Did they kid you into it? Does a would-be headmaster have to be married? Or what was it, Bill? You would have been far happier going off in your little jaunts with your bully sessions and your foods.
That's part of being a master.
Other masters and their wives do not take 2 boys with them when they go on weekends or vacations.
They are boys without privileges.
And I became a wife without a privilege.
You became a wife?
Yes.
You did not become a wife.
I know, I in some terrible way I failed you.
You were more interested in mothering that fairy than being my wife.
You wouldn't let me, Bill!
What do you mean I wouldn't let you?
Did it ever occur to you that you prosecute Tom, that boy up there? You prosecuting him, the one thing you fear in yourself? Bill!
I hope you're gone when I get back from dinner.